Los saluda Sonia Valverde aquí desde Miami, Florida, saludándolos el día de hoy. Espero que estén muy bien porque el día de hoy vamos a conversar acerca de power of intention. Yes, we're going to be talking about the power of intention and the importance to have your mind to conquer your desires, just like the person that I'm inviting today. Tal como la persona que estoy invitando el día de hoy, van a conocerlo misteriosamente. No les voy a decir quién es, pero es una persona muy interesante que ha conquistado literalmente el mundo. Así que quédate conectado, que ya regresamos aquí en Home Talks por CaféClub TV.
Somos Joseph y Katrina Calderón, agentes inmobiliarios en Florida con Related ISG. Tenemos más de 15 años de experiencia en el campo inmobiliario, tanto residencial como comercial, así como también inversiones de alto retorno. Contamos con una gran variedad de proyectos en ciudades como Miami, Orlando, Tampa, por mencionar algunas. Si estás buscando invertir por primera vez o ampliar tu portafolio de inversión, o quizá obtener una residencia con el tiempo, somos tu mejor opción. Tenemos un equipo de abogados y contadores listos para darte la mejor asesoría. Para más información, contáctanos vía WhatsApp o email.
Y ya estamos aquí de regreso por Home Talks, CaféClub TV. Y el día de hoy estamos hablando del poder de la intención. Sí, eso, the power of intention. Y qué importante que es tener el enfoque y tu mente cuando quieres lograr algo. Es muy importante que sepas qué es realmente lo que quieres lograr. Porque cuando divagas un poco acerca de que sí, que no, quizás esto, quizás el otro, quizás nada se co-crea de la forma en la que tú quieres, pero empieza viendo que de pronto tú mismo no sabes ni qué es exactamente lo que quieres lograr. So it is very important that you really put attention of what you want to co-create with this universe. And that is the example of the person that is my invitee today. So he is Thor. Please let him into the studio. Welcome. Hi. So for
Hello,
Thor,
good
morning, and here is the evening. Good
yes,
morning.
good evening to you.
Well, thank you for giving us this time to this. I know it's very early for you, and that's very nice of you that you say yes to our live interview. So I want to read a little bit. I put my glasses on because I want to read a little bit of this part of the information that I have. I don't know if I'm going to say your name the right way, but I'm going to try.
Give it a go.
So, Torm Jorn.
Yes, beautiful.
Pedersen?
Yes.
Okay, a Danish traveler and adventurer. Today becomes the first person to visit every single country in the world entirely without using air travel, and all in a single unbroken journey that has taken 10 years. Okay, Thor, what were you thinking about? I have so many questions, but I have to say, what were you thinking? Okay, first of all, let me start. I have so many questions. I have to start. When is that you say, I want to travel the world this way? And why?
Well, The when was sometime during 2013 back home in Denmark. And I heard that nobody had been to every country in the world completely without flying. And I was intrigued, but I didn't think I was going to do it. It would be crazy to try to do it. So I didn't think I was going to do it. But I thought it was a fun idea. So I started to toy with the idea. I looked at a map and I said, okay, I'm not going to do it, but if I was, where would I go? I would start in Denmark and then Europe, then cross the North Atlantic and go to North America, Central America, South America. Okay. And then what would I pack and what would the budget be and how much time would it take and what would be the average time per country? And then it just slowly developed into a full project. And then one day I said, you know what, I'm going to try. And I didn't think 10 years. I thought 7 days per country, more or less 200 countries. So maybe 4 years in total. And 4 years is like a university degree or something like that. So it's not an impossible amount of time to spend on something big in your life. But it was more complicated than the pandemic and all these things.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I already say this. I didn't say it. I have to say congratulations because, like for me,
muchas gracias.
Also, now that you say that in Spanish, I guess you were in Ecuador.
I was, yes, absolutely. I was in Ecuador.
You were in my country. That's so cute.
Such a beautiful country. So much diversity. It's like Ecuador, in spite of being such a small country on the map, it has so much. It's like 20 different countries. If you go down to the coast in the lowlands, you stay up in the mountains, you travel 1 hour this way or 1 hour this way. People, they color their hair red, they cut their hair, they wear a different dress, and everything changes. Just you move a little bit. The food was amazing. Yeah. I was mostly in Quito. Quito?
Okay, you were in the capital.
Yeah, mostly. Because I was meeting with the Red Cross there. And I was coordinating getting a bus ticket onwards, and I had some contacts there as well. But fascinating country for sure.
Were you in Guayaquil, in the coast?
I was, yes, I was in Guayaquil as well.
That's where I was born, in the port.
You were born in the port, even next to a ship.
All right, let's go back to you now. Now you told me the when.
Yeah.
You sort of gave me a why, telling me that you say that I didn't see that nobody did this before, but why you wanted to do something that nobody else did before?
Yeah, that is an interesting question, because most people do not have that desire to have their name echo in eternity and all that nonsense. But that is kind of important to me, that I do something with my life that I can look back at and say that was special. But aside from the historical element and doing something which has not been done, I wanted an adventure. I wanted to meet people. I wanted to have conversations and taste different food and see different things. I wanted to have an education that you can never get in a school anywhere, and you have to leave home and go into the world to get that type of education, learn about culture and learn about history in a completely different way, geography and flora and fauna and all of that. That was really intriguing. That was what I wanted.
Was there any particular moment during your journey that something happened that you did not expect? I guess a lot of things that you didn't expect besides COVID,
Yes.
right? Besides COVID, that you were in danger in those travels?
Yeah, I was fine in Latin America. In Latin America, I had no issues whatsoever. I was even inside a small tent in Bolivia, I think, where there was a shaman who was telling my fortune through tea leaves. And
he told you were going to come back safe.
He told me that I came from far away, and I said, yes, that's true. And he said, as long as I was in Latin America, I would be safe. And that was true. Nothing happened to me in Latin America. I have been at gunpoint a few times in Central Africa in particular, at checkpoints and near the borderlands in the southern part of Cameroon and close to Congo. The one time where I felt most at risk was when the soldiers, they were drunk, very, very, very drunk. They almost couldn't stand on their feet, and they were armed and holding their guns with the finger on the trigger, instead of having the finger like in a safe position, the finger on the trigger, pointing at me, being angry, being aggressive. That was a very, very bad situation, and I was very, very lucky to walk away alive from that. And then I've been on board a ship that was in a big storm, and the ship was moving from side to side, and the waves were crashing, and there was ice in the water, and the ship was not ice class, and it was close to where Titanic sank. So I thought maybe the ship will sink, but of course that didn't happen. Three of the ships I traveled on board are confirmed to be at the bottom of the sea today. So it's like Russian roulette sometimes when you go out with these boats.
Wow. And those moments, Thor, what do you think? Like, what did I do this? Or what am I doing this?
Yes.
Or yes, I am doing this. I want to read your mind.
No, I think in those moments when I feel that my life is at risk, or if I'm terrified, I'm scared, and or I'm miserable, I'm thinking, why am I doing this? This is crazy. I could have a normal life. I could be back home together with my wife. We could have a family. I could have dinner with friends. And why am I doing this? This is crazy.
And let me tell you, I read about you and your wife. I read a post that there was some beautiful post that you said that you will remarry your wife again because she was like there, and she even visited you in certain places that you were. And I was thinking, what do I do if my boyfriend or my husband said that he's going to be going away? He's going to see, he's not going to see just different kind of women. She's going to see all kind of women in the journey. That's wow. We have to give her a trophy too. We have to give her.
Yeah, you should. You should give her a trophy.
Are you going to the Guinness record?
Culture plays into that relationship stuff.
Is your journey something that can be on the Guinness record?
Yes, for sure it could be. If I wanted it to be a Guinness World Record, I could accumulate all the data and all the proof, and I could submit it to Guinness, and I could ask them to verify it. And because I'm the first and the only in history to do it, it would be a record. But it's not important to me to have a record. A record can be broken. It's important to me that this is world history, and history sits forever.
It is definitely history because who wouldn't think that you can actually go around this planet and not using an airplane? I mean, at any point, you could have just stop and say, what is the next airport? And just go back, right? You could always go back.
Yes, true.
We were talking at the beginning, the topic of our today, and this podcast is about inspiration and about wellness, and we always talk about these kind of things. And I'm always teaching or saying that in order to manifest your dreams, in order to co-create something, you need to have this, intention, and also this attention. What will you say that is the key to maintain, to not go into the next airport and give up? What is the key to stand still, of what you were going to do?
Well, the key is to never, ever give up and believe in what you're trying to accomplish. So I don't think that people necessarily need a crazy goal like going to every country without flying. That's madness. But people, they have goals in life. People, they want to learn a different language. They want to finish an education. They want to find a job. People, they want to learn to play an instrument. They want to lose weight. People, they want to save money. People, they have all sorts of dreams and ideas. And most people never reach their goal. People, they're not able to achieve their dreams and what they want in life. And I think it's because most people, they find out it's hard. And when it's hard, then they give up and they stop. So if you want to learn how to play a guitar and you stop after 2 days because your fingers are hurting, then you have to rest your fingers and try again. If you want to learn a new language, but your head hurts because it's so many new words and you can't remember and you can't pronounce, you cannot stop. Then you try again and again and again, and it takes maybe years, but then you learn. Education, work, all these things. But the key is to believe in your goal and never give up, no matter what. It's the long game. It's never the short game.
So that's probably what you did. Did you have people saying to you that you were crazy about this?
Yeah, you told me today I'm crazy. People tell me I'm crazy all the time. Yeah, no. But it is crazy. It is crazy. It's an enormous amount of resources. It costs money. It costs time. My life has been at risk. It's, people have never done this before for a good reason. It is crazy. But it is also very beautiful. And it is a full education. It is amazing with all the experiences that you encounter and the temples, the churches, the mountains, the cities, the villages, the waterfalls, the animals, all this, but especially all the people. Every country you go to, you can sit down, you can have a conversation with someone who has a different background, a different history, different culture, and talk to them and learn about their ideas, and they hear about your ideas, and you can have this human exchange on a global level. And that part is not crazy.
Wow. Okay, Thor. So listen, I want to ask you this. This is something like I have this question, and I think you are the best person that can answer this to me. So when you see the news, when you see TV, when you open the social media and you see all these bad things going on around the world, like starting from nature, from how we treat bad our own planet, and ending in people getting killed, drugs, and presidents, especially in Ecuador sometimes, not doing whatever they're supposed to be doing, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes that makes you think like, oh my God, this world is full of, all this bad stuff. So then you take a coaching session and you hear like a Tony Robbins saying, hey, no, there is good people doing good stuff, only that you don't see them. So yes. I want to ask you now that you went around the world exposing yourself with people that you didn't know for 10 years. Can you tell me the truth and tell me if you found more bad people or good people in this world?
For sure, more good people. I mean, I've been on a small budget. I've been sitting in local buses and in local trains, eating local places, staying inside people's homes. It's been a very local, very low budget experience where I've been together with the people of the countries, no matter where I went. And all around the world, people are just people. People, they go to school, they go to work, they cook, they spend time with family, they sports, music, dancing, selfies, social media. They get stuck in traffic, they complain about the weather. People are people everywhere in the world. And most people, They have no reason to do anything bad to you. Why would they? If you ask for direction, you ask for a translation, most people, they will help you. Most people, they see a stranger, they will invite you. They will say, come and eat with me. Some will say, come and stay in my house. Some people will take you to the station. People are absolutely amazing and friendly generally. It doesn't mean everybody is nice, everybody is kind. Of course, we watch the news, we see there are bad things in the world. But when you watch the news, they only show you the bad things. So you keep watching the news and you start thinking everything is bad. And that's not true. The cameras are not pointing at people going to school or people having dinner. The cameras are not showing all the normal things in life. So for sure, most people are good and well-meaning and kind and proud about their nature, their nation and their culture and their history. Most people are not trying to harm you. I'd say most people are good.
Okay, so you will say, now you almost answered me my next question, which was, what do you think the humanity has in common? Or majority of the people, what do they want? What is that you found in common for everybody?
Well, we have a lot of things in common because we all have 2 arms and 2 legs and 2 eyes, and we need to eat and we need to sleep, and we have passion in our life. We fall in love. We love our children. So people are people, right? But what do we have in common? We want to be acknowledged. We want people to see us and accept us for who we are. People, they don't want to be lonely. People, they want to be safe and have security. People, they want to prosper. They want to finish an education. They want to have a good life. They want to have an income that can sustain the life that they wish to have. And some people, they want to be rich and millionaires and so on. But most people, they just want to have a normal life with friends and with family and safety and security and joy.
Thank you for sharing that. And it is interesting to hear that from someone that just spent the last 10 years around the world. This is not just like asking this question to X person. It is Thor, And by the way, your name sounds like a superhero. You know that, right? It's just like
Thank you.
You
My name is Thor Björn, right? And the first part of my name, Thor, is Thor. And the second part is Björn, bear, or oso. So my name is Thor Bear. And it's a reference to the Viking god Thor, thunder and lightning.
Wow. Yeah, definitely you have something, a lot of that in you, in your DNA. That I have no doubt about it. So, Thor, what does this trip or long journey change in you, and what is your next? Are you dreaming for something next? What is your next? Somebody that do this, the next thing must be like visiting the moon or something like that,
Yes, without flying.
Correct me if I am wrong.
So to answer your question, I have grown more confident. I think because I have achieved what I set out to do, and because I've been fighting for it for a very long time, and also because I have matured, I've gotten older in the process, and because I've gained more understanding about many things in the world, I have become more self-confident. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know what I can do, I know what I can't do, and I just feel more secure in who I am as a person and more focused on what I want in life and what I want moving forward now. So I think that's the biggest change for me. Maybe a little bit like the old saying that you leave home as a boy and you come back home as a man.
All right. Okay. All right. And what about someone that do this an amazing journey like you did? What is the next dream? What is it you may want to accomplish?
Well, I'll see if I can go to the moon without flying, like you said. No, to be serious, it's not as interesting as people they expect. I want to start a family. I want to go back to my wife, and we will live together and build a life together. And we want to see if we can start a family. I want to see my own family and my friends. And then in the pipeline, I'm writing a book. I want to share the experiences and let people read and discover the world and the people that I met and what I think that I learned throughout all of this.
Wow, that's a great idea.
We're making a documentary. So the documentary will be ready in 2024. And we're looking forward to showing that to the world. And I enjoy going to schools and to companies and universities and doing speaking engagements and talking to people and answering questions. So I hope all of
come
that
to
will be
Miami. I'll make you a lobby. Let me know. Come to United States, to Miami, and yes, please share your story. I think it's a great idea about the book and about the movie too.
Yeah, the movie will be good for sure because I'm not making the movie. Someone else is making the movie. So this will be good. The book, we will have to see.
But the documentary is not like I mean, are we going to see you in Netflix?
Yeah, it's possible. This is going to be a full feature documentary, and it's going to be the story about a person. So it's going to be with me in the center, and it's going to be a story about what did it actually take? What kind of person can go to every country in the world without flying? What is the joy? What is the sacrifice? So it will not be about beautiful mountains and good food, and it will not be a travel documentary. It will be a story about achieving and going through something that was nearly impossible.
Lovely, amazing, because that's what people need. Exactly. More tourism traveling needs that. We have already that. I mean,
yes, that's what the filmmaker said.
Well, I agree with him. So it's great, and I wish you the best. And I'm sure. I mean, what you did, it should be. It should be. You have to tell us all the details. You're not gonna tell me in this interview all the details, but things that happen during that journey that you think is good to is important to share, right, with the world.
Absolutely. Yes.
Now, for me, it's very interesting that someone that went to a journey for 10 years and visit all the world, the next thing that he wants to do is make a family. For me, the interview is over with that. It's like, what a huge message. It's amazing. It's the value of the people, of your wife, of love, of being there, of I don't know, like, to be grateful of what we have, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So I was thinking you were going to say, okay, yeah, well, next time I'm talking to NASA and I'm going to the moon. And no, I want to make a family. Oh my God, Thor, that's amazing.
Yeah, I hope we will be successful, because I was 34 years old when I left home, and now I'm 44. And my parents were 65, and now my parents are 75. And my wife was 30, and she's still 30, because that's the way it works with women. There's no change in that. But we have to be realistic and see, is it too late in life, or do we still have a chance? And we hope there's still a chance.
Oh, come on. I'm talking to someone that just traveled the world for 10 years. And he's like, maybe, of course, you're having like 10 twins right now.
Yeah, maybe this will happen, yes. And they will all be astronauts and go to the moon.
Oh, wow. Yes, definitely. And they all know what their dad did in that this amazing journey that you did. Let me tell you, I read about you in on one magazine, and I said, I need to write to this man. I need to ask him why he did that. And you answer me. I want to ask you something else. How makes you feel? How do you feel now that you did it? You say you feel more comfortable. And that's in terms, like, okay, achieving. But as a person, more deep inside of you, what can you share about doing this?
Well, again, the confidence is not just because of the achievement, it's also because of general knowledge. So I'm more confident when I speak to people, or if I go on a stage, or if I write a letter, or I'm just a more confident person because I feel that I know what I want more than I did before. On a different level, on a deeper level, you could say that I feel that, okay, I've seen the world in a different way than anybody else has ever seen it. And I don't think it's a perfect world. I think that people, they should be better at collaborating and working together. And I think we're terrible at working together. If we really worked together, we would have no problems in the world. But I don't know if that will ever happen because everybody is doing what they want to do. But at the same time, I see this very ordinary world. It's not everyone is building a bomb and attacking a country. It's people are just going to school and going to work and going to the market and going to visit their mother. And people are just being people and doing ordinary things all around the world. And there's something nice about knowing that we're living in a world with 8 billion people, and almost all 8 billion people are just being human and making normal things and having normal lives everywhere. From Miami to Copenhagen to Paris to Dar es Salaam, everywhere around the world, people are just being people.
Great. So before I give you the main screen for you to leave us with an talk message, that means something short that you think is, whatever you want to share with the world or whoever bump into this recording that is going to be in YouTube for later, for all the people to view this. Before I do that, I want to ask you 4 soul questions.
Okay.
There we go. Who are you?
I am Thor.
What do you really want?
I want to go home.
What is your purpose in life?
It is to inspire and motivate people to achieve their dreams.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for all the kindness and generosity I was shown all around the world.
Beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is Thor. Share whatever you want to share with us before we end up the podcast, Thor.
Well, I'll just finish by repeating something I've repeated many times before. It's the motto of this project, and that is, a stranger is a friend you have never met before.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's Thor all the way from the other side of the world. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you. If you ever come with your book, I hope I'll see you in Netflix. I'll say, that person, I know him. He's great. You have such great energy. You have such a great smile. Keep shining.
Thank you very much.
Likewise. I can tell you that's the most amazing journey. I have one. She's 12 and she's my best buddy. And she's listening.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you, and keep rocking and keep sharing and keep inspiring us.
I will do my best. Thank you so much, Sonia.
Thank you. And for the rest of you, ya sabes, puedes quedarte aquí en Home Talks. Para las personas que se perdieron esta entrevista, póngale los captions, póngale la traducción para que vea y entienda esta jornada de este personaje danés que se lanzó 10 años para recorrer el mundo entero sin tomar un avión. Y esa es una prueba de lo que tú te pones en la mente y te pones lo que quieres lograr, lo puedes lograr. Y en cualquier momento él podía decir, no, me estaba yendo mal, como lo estaba explicando, y irse al siguiente aeropuerto, agarrar un avión y regresar a casa. Y no lo hizo, porque se mantuvo en lo que él quería manifestar y en lo que él quería lograr. Por lo tanto, ¿qué es lo que tú quieres lograr? ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres manifestar? Primero encuentra bien qué es realmente, porque a veces uno cree que sabe lo que quiere. Tómate tu tiempo, haz un buceo interno de ti. Date cuenta qué es lo que realmente quieres estar viviendo en este momento de tu vida. Y anda detrás de eso. Me voy a despedir, pero no sin antes de darle la bienvenida. Ahí está, a Seaview Ball Harbor, este hotel que es nuestro nuevo auspiciante aquí en Talks y en CaféClub TV. Yo también estoy estrenando. No sé si me vio el productor. Deme unos aplausos, por favor, producción. Sí, ve, en nuestro estudio estamos de bonitos, todos decorados. Eso fue por el Día del Padre de regalo para el director, para que vea cuánto los queremos y amamos. Él es el gran papá de una gatita linda que yo conozco. Muy bien, entonces, bienvenido Seaview Hotel aquí a Talks y a CaféClub. Es un excelente lugar si quieres ir a Miami y ir de una forma más fashion acerca de los famosos barbershops. Tienes que llegar al Seaview Hotel, que está en la playa, maravilloso, super chic, el servicio increíble. Así que ahí tienes el código para que te acerques y puedas visitar sus redes sociales. Para el resto, gracias por acompañarme y hasta siempre.
Hola amigos de Guayaquil, somos ofrece y queremos anunciaros que el próximo 19 de octubre estaremos tocando en el Calderón Group de San Borondón. Ahí os vemos y os mandamos un beso muy fuerte.